Ladies and gentlemen, I did the wrong dungeon. I wanted to show you guys something else. Today, I wanted to make a stat guide for you guys. Basically, I'm just reading off the information that I can get from the Discord server, but I'm gonna explain to you a few things, and you might have not known this, so we're gonna get right to it. So we're gonna start off with strength, okay? First of all, let's load into the game. Let's skip it to Roonies, and we're gonna go and chill here for a second. By the way, anybody that's interested, I'm currently selling some of the stuff I made videos for. So one of the things I sell is the feather staff. I got MP region on it, which is really good. Nice param. Also got the assassin's helmet. He is one of the old ones that I'm using, so I'm selling all of these things. I'm just gonna hover over them really quickly. If you have any interest, you can let me know in the comment section below, and then we can talk out a price. I'm not trying to rip anybody off, just trying to charge just typically normal prices, not being too overpriced. Anyways, let's start talking about stats, okay? We're gonna talk about stats. So right now, wait, let me actually back here and go like a little bit better. Okay, so we're gonna talk about strength first of all, okay? So strength basically is there for anything that has physical damage. So if you wanna build an assassin, maybe even an archer, a warrior class, maybe even tank, depends how you want to play that. Strength is gonna be your boy, okay? So strength is gonna give you as 1 point. This is everything I'm gonna explain to you is only if you slot 1 point in it, okay? So the base physical damage is gonna be bumped up by 0.5. Physical damage by also plus 0.5%, which is really nice. Percentage is always really good. So you need a base of something. So this is the difference, at least that's what I think, the difference between base damage and base physical damage and physical damage. You need a specific base in points so you can get the physical damage percentage on top of it, so it's gonna be boosted. I think that's the reason why we have base physical damage and physical damage, okay? So physical damage always comes in percentage, and base physical damage always comes in numbers. So with the numbers that you're gonna get, you're gonna basically double it, or whatever, how many percentage that you have, and it's going to multiply it, and that's the difference between it. That's at least how I understood it. If it's wrong, well then I'm sorry, but that's how I understood it. So strength gives you base physical damage of 0.5. So if you slot 2 points in it, it's gonna give you 1 base physical damage. It's gonna give you 0.5% physical damage. It's gonna multiply the base physical damage that you have. Sorry, it sounds a bit confusing, but it's actually not that hard. And it's also gonna give you plus 1 HP. So you might have not known this. If you put in strength, you also, at each point you put in, you're gonna get 1 HP to that as well. Then we have endurance, which is good for tank classes. It's good for any hybrid that you want to build. I have, for example, back in the day when my equipment was a little bit worse than it was now, I wasn't able to do specific dungeons because I died a lot. So I did slot some endurance in it as well. So you can put that into, this is how I made my first assassin work. You basically slot some endurance in it as well, maybe like 10-15 points, and the rest goes into strength or into dexterity if you have some good strength params, okay? Params are, I'm just gonna quickly tell you for the beginners out there, at the bottom there you can see params. It's max MP 4, attack speed, max HP 8, critical chance. These are params. So if you have really good params like physical damage 10%, you know, and there's some HP buff, critical chance in it, this is almost a perfect dagger. This is a good dagger, honestly. I mean, it doesn't do that much damage, but it's a good dagger, at least for my level right now. Yeah, where was I? Anyways, I just wanted to show you this. Endurance, you can put in some stuff where you are either dying fast or, you know, you're gonna be, I don't know, a tank. Then you're probably gonna go full endurance, unless you build a tank differently, like you want to do some damage as well. You will need physical damage for that, and then you can slot some strength in there as well. Anyways, so endurance, my cats are going crazy. Endurance is gonna give you physical defense plus 2, magical defense plus 2, HP regen plus 0.02, which is really good as well, and max HP plus 6. So you're gonna get a lot of HP out of that one, so that's very nice too. Okay, so we have that out of the way. Now dexterity, that's one of the more important ones, because people have said from the get-go that dexterity isn't good for anything, just put everything into strength, and I disagree. I used to make a video where I said the same thing, but as of now, I do disagree. So dexterity gives you attack speed 0.25%, gives you evasion of 0.25%. Now with evasion, I'm not sure what it does. I thought that evasion is the more evasion that you have and they hit you, that you might block it. That's what you evade that. I'm not entirely sure what evasion actually is, so I can't help you on that. I'm gonna be completely honest. That's the only thing that I don't know about this game. But you guys probably will, so let me know in the comment section. Thank you. And here's the big one. You're gonna get crit chance 0.25%, so 0.25%, and crit damage plus 0.5%, and armor penetration 0.5%. Now, I'm gonna explain to you why this is important. I always told you that if you play assassin or archer, you will need at least 20% off. I'm gonna show you. There it is, critical chance. Now I have 26%, which is really good. That kinda, I'm gonna tell you what critical chance does. It buffs up the chance to do critical hits. Now what is a critical hit? Imagine you do 200%, you do 200 damage, right? And suddenly you get this hit in where you suddenly crit damage. It's a critical hit, which is usually double or triple the amount of the damage you do. And boom, suddenly you do like 400, 500 damage. So that is what critical chance does. You can go up to 70%. Now, I think the more the better, but you kind of lose out on other aspects if you put everything into dexterity. You will still need a very important, you will still need a really good base damage between 190 and 200 I am. So, I hit around 200 most of the time, so when I crit damage, it's like 400 to 600 maybe. I don't know exactly how much the crit chance actually is. Maybe it's that percentage, I have no idea. But, yeah, it's really high, and it's really important for crit-like classes like the assassin or the archer. Okay, so dexterity is not useless. It really isn't. I'm using a current hybrid build of strength and dexterity, and it's been doing wonders for me. I've been doing some higher damage, so in this case, mixing them is actually not a bad thing, especially if you don't have any crit chance percentages on your params. You will need to, and since I don't have much, I do have a few, but yeah, there you go. Next one is intelligence. Base magical damage of 0.5. Then you have magical damage, which is the same thing as with the strength. It has the percentage of 0.5%. It's going to buff the base magical damage by 0.5% each point that you put into intelligence. And it's also going to give you plus 1 MP. MP is the blue stuff that you need as a mage, you will need that. So if you're running out in any build, you can put in a little bit of intelligence. I just only recommended using it in healers and mages. These are the ones where you would want to use that stuff on. Then we have wisdom, and people get confused by wisdom, and wisdom is therefore a few things. Wisdom is actually pretty powerful as a healer. If you want to be a battle healer, that's important, battle healer, you're going to use wisdom because it's going to give you a base heal damage of 0.5. That is going to be multiplied by the heal damage of 0.5%, and it also has some mana points MP regeneration of 0.01, which is not a lot actually. And then you're going to get max MP plus 6. So you might have thought you get the most MP with intelligence, but you don't. You get it with wisdom. So that is really important for you guys to know, and that is basically all about it. I have a few things more to say about cloth and heavy armor. That's really important. It is all information is on the Discord server in game info, okay? So heavy armor reduces received damage by 2% and damage minus 5%. So you do 5% less damage. That's how I understood it. Again, if that's wrong, you also get healed less by 4%, and the movement speed is going to be less by 2.5%. So each heavy armor piece is going to definitely reduce the damage that you receive, but it also nerfs the damage that you do, how you get healed, and the movement speed by 2.5%. So if you wear like 5 pieces, it's going to be like 10% or something. 4 pieces, it's going to be like 10% or something, because the movement speed is by minus 2.5, right? So yeah, 5 to the 10, yeah. Okay, cloth armor pieces though reduces the damage received by minus 2.5%. It also buffs your damage by 5%. That's why people always say wear cloth when you want to do more damage, because it literally buffs it by 5% each piece. So if you have 4 pieces, you're gonna do 20% more damage, so that's pretty good. And then we have the movement speed is going to be increased by 0.5%. So people that run cloth actually run faster. Now, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, the assassin stuff is leather, so that does not apply to it. So if people tell you, you gotta wear cloth when playing the bow, they literally want to give you that 20% more damage. Now, that is actually quite nice. So yeah, I don't know what leather does. Where is leather? Do we have any leather update? I don't know. I think, now this might be wrong as well, I'm not entirely sure. I think leather is going to give you a higher survivability. That's what I heard, that's what people have told me. But if that is actually the full answer to it, I can't really tell you. So it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. We come to an end. We are in on the 11 mark minute, and yeah, you know, figuring out putting a little bit more into dexterity is very good for bows, and it's pretty good for assassins as well. If you want to do just a little bit more damage, that's what I've you know, gotten. This is the best build that I currently have for my assassin. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I hope this helped you just a tiny bit. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, because I do, you know, these kind of videos for many dungeon games out there constantly. I love dungeon games on Roblox. It's my favorite genre. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night. Bye.